2025 was chaos. 16 billion credential leaks. Not million, billions. That's twice the entire population of the planet, floating around on dark web markets like promo flyers. And the crazy part, that was just one of the biggest breaches of 2025. Most people think, oh yeah, it's not my business. But here's the truth. If you understand these 4 incidents, you understand where cyber risk is heading in 2026. Let's start with the number that broke the internet. In June, cybersecurity researchers at Cyber News woke up to something absolutely terrifying. 30 exposed datasets.
Cyber News researchers just uncovered over 30 massive unreported stashes of stolen data that originate from various information stealers that together total 16 billion login credentials.
30, not 3, 30, each one holding millions of credentials. Combined, 16 billion login credentials compiled from info-stealer malware, old breaches, phishing kits. In fact, basically, cyber criminals have been collecting passwords like trading cards for years, and all of it dumped on the dark web. But here is what should actually scare you. These aren't random fake accounts. They're taking username, passwords for Google, Apple, Meta, Facebook, Telegram, your bank, government portals, VPNs that you thought were keeping you safe. Everything. What happens next is what cybersecurity experts calls a blueprint for mass exploitation. One stolen credential becomes a test. Did you reuse that password? Your email is now compromised. Your recovery email hacked. Your business Slack, same password. Now there's someone in your company's network. That's not paranoia. That's how 16 billion credentials become literal gateway for your digital life. The hackers don't even need to be sophisticated anymore. They just run credential stuffing attacks. Automated software that takes 16 billion usernames and passwords and tests them across every platform. LinkedIn, Google, Amazon, crypto wallet. The ones that work, they are sold or leaked again. It's a factory line of exploitation. But breaches aren't just stolen passwords. In March, Yale New Haven Health, Connecticut's largest hospital system, detected something unusual on its IT network. An unauthorized third party had broken in. By the time they realized the scope, 5.6 million patients had their information stolen. That's not just names and email. We're talking about social security numbers, their date of birth, medical record numbers, race and ethnicity data, behavioral health information, everything a criminal needs to steal someone's identity, commit fraud, or sell you into surveillance ecosystems. The healthcare system responded fast. You were able to contain it. They prevented patient care disruption. But here is the better part. By October 2025, this same New Haven settled lawsuits for $18 million. 18 million. And that is just one hospital system. Across healthcare in 2025, over 57 million people had their protected health information exposed. 57 million. That is not a data breach. That is a systematic infiltration of just one sector that is supposed to keep you alive. Now, let's talk about something even more scarier: supply chain attacks. In August 2025, a state-aligned hacking group called UNC 6395, and I think I prefer to call it HUNC 6395, had a brilliant idea. Don't hack Google directly. Don't hack Cloudflare. Don't hack Zscaler or Palo Alto. Just hack one small integration between two platforms. In this case, Salesforce and Salesloft. Drift is a simple chatbot that sits inside of your CRM. Millions of companies use it. When the attacker compromised the auth token, the authorization tokens, which is basically the keys to the kingdom, they suddenly had access to Salesforce instances of over 700 organizations. 700. And of course, Google was not even left out. Google lost 2.5 million customer records. Workday lost 70 million individual records. Cisco, LinkedIn, Cloudflare, Every organization that trusted that one integration got breached through a single point of failure. Just one point of failure. One of the hackers' tricks, they didn't just steal content information. They mined through the stolen data looking for gold, AWS keys, Snowflake credentials. Basically, they used your CRM data as a stepping stone to break into your entire infrastructure. The lesson is brutal. Your security is not as strong as your company. Your security is only as strong as your weakest third-party integration. The app that you installed 6 months ago, that integration with that SaaS tool, that is now part of your attack surface. And if one gets compromised, everyone is compromised. But maybe the most uncertain breach of 2025 wasn't even clearly attributed, because in June, researchers found a massive unsecured database in China containing over 4 billion records. No password were required, just sitting there. The data included everything: WeChat messages, Alipay, banking information, phone numbers, home addresses, behavioral profiles. The whole surveillance infrastructure is one of the world's largest population, and it was leaked. The question wasn't how did this happen, it was how long had it been like this. Here is what connects all 4 breaches, right? Trust got weaponized. People trusted cloud providers, so hackers targeted integrations. People trusted hospitals to keep their medical records safe, but one network vulnerability exposed millions. People trusted their passwords were unique, but info-stealer malware defeated that assumption at scale. And people trusted that the surveillance data about them wasn't just floating around public. Meanwhile, it's actually worse. The 2025 breach playbook is now clear. Attack what people trust the most: your integrations, your healthcare provider, your password habits, your government. The fragmentation of trust is the new attack surface. So what do you do about it? What do we do now about this situation? Use completely unique, complicated passwords for every account, or even better, use a password manager like Bitwarden or 1Password. Turn on multi-factor authentication everywhere, especially email and banking. Stop reusing credentials across platforms. Review your third-party apps connected to your sensitive accounts, Google, Microsoft, Salesforce, and revoke the ones you do not recognize. And for your organization, assume breach. Your integrations are your vulnerability. They are now part of the vulnerabilities that we look out for. Treat them with more security scrutiny than anything else, because 2026 is here, and based on the fact that attackers have learned 1 or 2 things from 2025, they now know what the vulnerabilities are. Do you?